Men, how you see yourself is how you will lead yourself and others. As Christian men, we are called to surrender our lives to Jesus. To surrender to Jesus means to give in, not to give up. We are called to use our strengths, abilities, and opportunities to grow and prosper. We are called to strengthen ourselves, our families, and our communities. We are called to be disciplined, courageous, and honorable. This is Surrendered Strength. All right, men, today we are going to dive into a little bit of leadership, as this month for the Strong Disciples program, for those involved, the daily reflections and journaling is going to be based on leadership. We're going to cover leadership for this month, and this starts with the way we see ourselves, because leadership ultimately starts with ourselves. If we are not leading ourselves, we are not going to be able to lead anybody else. And this is in our faith, this is in our fitness, this is in our finances, our relationships. How we lead ourselves in these areas is going to impact how we are able to lead or not lead other people. And this is because people are going to they're going to follow what they see. We don't have to say anything. People don't have to ask for leadership. People don't have to demand leadership, which isn't very good leadership in the first place. People are going to gravitate to what they see and how we are showing up. And again, it's not our words that people see. It's our actions. As the saying goes, your actions speak louder than your words. So, as we dive into this month on leadership, I want you to really begin to look at how you see yourself. And the first reflection and journal prompt and verse is looking at our image. It says that we were made in the image. Mankind was made in the image of God. We are image bearers of God. So the question that I have for you is, are you showing up as an image bearer of God? When people walk into the room, or you walk into a room, do people see an image of God, or what one might perceive God to look like? Or are they seeing something else? And the way you show up after you walk into the room, the way you act, the way you interact with people, are you being the image of God? Are you leading yourself as a son of God? And this is one of the things that we need to continue to dive into, is not only that we're the image of God, but we're a son of God. And we need to remind ourselves of this. Understanding your identity and continuing to dive deeper into that, and to be reminded of that daily, because it's easy for us to forget. I know for myself, it's easy for me to forget that I'm a son of the living God. And not only am I just a son, but as a son of the living God, he is gracious, he is merciful, and he is willing to bless me and help me in every way possible, because he's an abundant father. He's an abundant God. And this is true for you as well. But again, it's easy for us to forget. It's easy for us to forget this truth, that A, we're sons, B, we're image bearers, and he is good. He is a good father, that he's not looking on us as disappointments. He's not looking on us as, oh, we need to do better. I made you better than that. No, he's looking on us with love and he wants us to just simply have a relationship with him, to simply walk with him and to imitate Jesus, imitate his son, and be sons ourselves. And all of this correlates into leadership. Again, into the way we're showing up for others. And it starts with showing up for ourselves. You know, the second commandment, first is to love God. Second is to love your neighbor as yourself. You can't love yourself. You can't show up for yourself. You can't take care of yourself. You're not showing up for your neighbor. You're not taking care of your neighbor. And a lot of times, you know, a lot of people might think, oh, you know, me showing up and caring for myself is maybe greedy, maybe selfish. But the reality is, if we're not taking care of ourselves, at some point, we can volunteer and do all this stuff everywhere. But when we're not taking care of ourselves, eventually you're going to become a burden and not a blessing. This is something that I've probably talked about on here. But we want to be blessings. And if we can't take care of ourselves, we're not a blessing because somebody else has to take care of us. And sure, eventually we get old and life runs its course, and maybe that is just the way it is going to be at some point. But I don't truly believe that unless there's some medical reason that, you know, maybe we're having Alzheimer's or dementia and you know, we can't process things the way we should. Or maybe it's cancer or an injury that causes us to just not be able to do the things that we used to be able to do. Those things are out there for sure. But we still need to continue to take care of ourselves. Whether that's before the potential injury, potential illness, and do the best we can with what we got afterwards. And know, again, that we are a son of God. We are the image bearers of God, and he is a good, good father. And he will continue to provide for us. All we have to do is surrender. All we have to do is imitate Jesus and allow God to work in our lives. So I want you to think about that think about your identity and your leadership and how they intertwine, how they connect, and how we can start to move in a direction that we lead as we imitate Jesus. We take care of ourselves as we imitate Jesus. And all of this, I know from my experience, only brings freedom. Freedom to how we show up, freedom to the way we take care of ourselves, freedom to the way we lead ourselves and others. And who doesn't want freedom? Freedom to experience the abundant life that God has to offer, and freedom from the thief trying to steal, kill, and destroy our lives. So this is a quick hitter, but I want you to understand as we dive into this month and we focus on leadership. Leadership starts with leading ourselves, and it starts with knowing our identity and being the image bearers of God as we imitate Jesus. So if you're part of the program, this is the direction we're going. If you're not part of the program and you want to get signed up and be part of our program, which includes fitness, it includes the daily reflections, and it includes connection and accountability with our weekly group calls and one-on-one conversations with me to help you move forward and to stay focused on your faith, on your fitness, and on the things that matter, so you can grow and be the man of God that you've been called to be. If this is something you're looking for and wanting to be part of, connect with me. You can reach me on social media, surrendered.strength or Nyland Lansing. Just send me a message and we'll get connected. So, men, until next time, God bless. Continue to lead yourself in the image of God. Thanks for listening. Connect with me on Instagram and Facebook at Surrendered Strength. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share, and live the Surrendered Strength Code: discipline, courage, honor.